Seradengi Jamne Ken Muchida Ladu Ni Rabjungurmigi de Tanajin Zulal Shishin Kar Digi Unzin Zu Gube Ta Duglu Shudigingi Kewanaba Tanaji Chilone Pebe Kewan Samalalinye Tandaya Samji Testli Shugin.
So please excuse me, I'll be just facing to the projector to do the translation. And our honorable speaker wants to extend his greetings to all the esteemed members gathered here, especially the president of CBS and the scholars and respected Sangha members of Bhutan, and the scholars and distinguished members from overseas. Tashidele, and good morning.
Tandangi ma juji di losum choksum. Tandangi losum choksum di damgui gi gimzen di kares shuwa imbai na. Tanang zu yongra ji losum choksum ne di samba losum da dawasum shaasum seyala suwa da losum dawasum dunrasum shaasum sela suwa di tsidangi mangushdu. Di samba da dige di paatsu chigi dubde kala. Ta 파주 제윤디 점바 컨디션디 점바 다디데 드라마디 디시만 고시 킹도 딘딩이 지 뒤진 땅아 집어인디 점바 뒤진이 고고라 김전 가르진이 나왔으면 땅이 뒤다운디 점바 디 차만 투서로디 규델에 도고레스 규델 공투고레스 규델 공투고 디 점바 다 페이지기 타도 대사로디 지기 뒤고차디도 디무슨 뒤고 시소질 마슈인.
My topic of presentation is actually 3-year retreat and 3 fortnights. So why I chose this is actually there is some sort of a confusion in a way that some say 3-year retreat means it says 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, and so on. So this has been some sort of a confusion, and hence I would like to do some clarification on this based on the teachings. And since I also come from a background of astrology, and I would like to give some clarification on this topic so that it would be very, very good information once for all. So this will be based on the tantric teachings.
다단다야 두고난 다 자외디레 두고난의 수용고래 두고난 수인데 잠바 단다디 양직 초진이리 공시버레 지기 심바지 남과 심바지 티루도 삼바 공시버레 디리케 말에 딘잠바 두고난에야 디순디 잠바 자쟁기 튜버스 튜베기 사시 순고래 아니야 샤르라 단다야 두어주리 로라 땅고 멤버 놈나야 니야고루주 장나 추딩원보스 디리게 자쟁기 튜베기 사시 시고래 사시기 나네 So
one may be wondering, like, well, this presentation is taking us to totally different dimension or different tradition. It is not at all. I am going to present here based on the Kala Chakra concept of timing, and that it actually goes to this situation where it mentions about 4 types of 4 planets. And there is one planet called as the source of manifestation called as the Rahul. And then Rahula has 4 types of emanations. So this is actually taught exactly in the Kala Chakra Tantra.
대기 대가야 두고야 티두기 두시 먹고지 다 두고 나라야 단다 디순이인주 다 두고 뒤주 나라 순주서든 라베 기르 로 다와남기 주그린단에 뉴도 초고 기르스 강다수시 님의 롱절안에 랍슈 사데다 장예바 노바주 니마단에 차월주디 대일람에 드바드 넘버 예베 소시 다단다디 로숨다 초숨스네 지고의 김제조디 두고기 뒤규 나네 다 단다야 저식디리.
So this is the text, root text found in Kala Chakra Tantra about why we have to undergo this losum choksum practice. So losum choksum means like 3-year retreat and 3 fortnights.
Tugo nana le yundi zamba sama karzi de dewa yuwa yundi karzi liya jani shi yundi zamba sadi yegi kangwa nyamdo jani sungu yure 다 사디게디 강바다 님도 잔시 사디게기 죄다 뛰니 조고 다 죄다 뛰니 조고 사르르르르야 코란도스 마숨샤.
So, according to this tantric text, Kala Chakra, first of all, you need to identify the 7 types of planets as well. And then based on the rotation of these planetary positions, then we will have to ascertain the time and days.
두고기 디체 다 두고 다나시시니야 두고 제젠 팀에weni 데디신게 제바 말랭구도 이네 제바디데 켈레바이나야 거지 마켄바이나 로아티스 고뇨부르지 스웨르지 니 둠디우 스웨기 찹디야 고뇨 티루긴도스도 디메 디모고치니 테가 미번 무치기 군기 미범기 단다 두고 제젠 이로 디나니야 수트인지 코데야지나 답데야지도 팀부승이 수투스고요.
So, as for the interpretation or identification of these planets based on Kala Chakra, somehow it is very confusing at times. You need some kind of a deeper consideration to get to understand this. But I rely on Mipham Rinpoche's commentary on the Kala Chakra, and based on this, the presentation looks more convenient and easier for us to understand. So, my presentation is actually based on this.
다다나지 디레 두고는 순세데 대다르 로지체도 잡에 우데다 동도 메이시 다 인기디나네야 지게던 성송고래 다 디게디 지겐로나 거지 마켄바이나야 시즈 데스 마켄바이나야 토스 고뇨로즈도 디즈메니 디게디 룽 디게디 데 도스 쳔비슈 참이 인주마 나니 나동도 슈 조장슈 모고체
So basically, to understand this concept, we need to have some basics or basic understanding of astrology. And so I'm going to give an attempt. I will attempt to provide some sort of a running commentary on this, and then probably we will at least manage to pick up some understanding the basics of astrology, and then it would be convenient for me to talk on the subject.
에던데 월랑이 디직예 안기디리 싶고도 딜리 시웨임바나 단데 당고디 로게레 만주에 춘된 첼로 게바스 숨고도 하던다 더디 춘된 첼로 게바임바서 로게 왕 단 숨고래 당고 미지기야 체제로디 로게 이버서 로게디 로직라 김샤 왕도 단에 샤와나 샤모숨지 tuk주로 디버서 로게디 샤모숨지 tuk주 규르 규르인디 잠바 카르샤르슬라마나 숨치 tuk동도 샤데레 샤 다 숨지 tuk동니 상마 직동 직게 니상아지도 마티기레 디가서 로숨 초숨 다디 인기조 디레 로숨 초숨슬레디 지고에 주로 다디 이시롱 다단다 디 차상 이시롱다 레롱스제 아주 레기롱다 이시롱스 마숨에 주로 디데 제와요레
So I have one calculation table at the bottom part of this presentation there, where it is pointed by the mouse. So this was done, a calculation done based on like 100 years of lifespan. So 100 years times 360 means like there are 360 days according to astrology in a year. So you just multiply that number and you will get to 36,000. And in the period of 36,000, what do you call, hours? Days, 36,000 days. So in these days, you have to subtract 1,125. That one.
Losum 3 years, 3
So 1,125 days is actually a 3-year retreat. And the 3 fortnights we are talking about, you just subtract from that total 36,000 days. And then you are now, the final sum is 34,875 days.
디 시험들이야 동로숨 주루도 디야 뜻한다디야 샤차로 lo gyala shangma diga suyo re la re lo gyala shangma diga suyo di zamba ya ta shangma di sumju go ba na dawa chagirwa ta dawa la chigire dawa di zamba dawa jigdong niger jigdong niger di ini karachawar la ba na tanda ta chungni go di zamba lo le dirwa lo jila dawa chungni ro lo gyadi chulim kri.
So now this second line, 36,000, is divided by 30 years. And then
30 months.
30 months.
Sorry, day. Sorry, day.
36,000 is
Day.
36,000 days is divided by 30
day.
30 day.
Then it comes 1,200
200 days.
month.
Okay,
Then
that is 30.
divided by 12 is month. There's
Okay.
12 months in a year, so it becomes 100 years.
Okay.
So-
So our speaker already explained, and so now
Because my English is not good, so I need his translation. So, sorry.
no,
Lo-
our professor has actually explained already, and I already requested because my astrology is terrible actually, and so Professor La has actually come to this calculation. Second is now 1,200 months is divided by 12 because in a year there are 12 months. So that is why eventually you get to the sum 100 years.
di wodilia sumbadilia sharwa ishilung jigu sa shawre jigdong jige ni sangale di sunju go de zamba dawa sunju sobdin da chega chare shanga chonga ishilung wisdom wind
예시기 룽도 직동
jigdong jige ni sanga
디디 다와직 나로
dawala go dawala chu dilgirwa din zamba ya dawa sunju sobdin da chega.
So now 1,125
Days.
days is
Divided
actually
by
again
30.
divided by 30 months.
Then it comes 37 and half.
37 and a half, 15 days, yeah, 37 and a half months.
So that the di gong le sumju zabdin lagbe gyur la da sumju zabdin lagbe gyur la di lagbe gyur si keje ke mara dina chang munjin pijun ro lagba la ni ro di da dawa chega tsigur di dunji din shi dos char lagbe gyur ta ji gang zaw jil ro sa 37 multiplied by 2 37 multiplied by hand means 2.
So the 37 months has been multiplied by 2, factor of 2, and then you get to 74 months.
Yeah, 37 month, full month, and 74 half months.
So this one I need to clarify once more. The last line, we have to consider this way. 37 into 2 means you reach to 74 full months and 74 half months.
The dugo dijene tanda di lung direji dus masung sha. The dina lung mangbu yore digi samani zu the dro mongo che zu angzi lamne zu dus gui ni sha yue. Dinzama diri.
So these are the citations from the Kala Chakra, but we may not be able to go into the details. I'll just get to the summary one.
Tanda di mangbu ji gi gerzi le di zamba tom di da din ding tab di wo di zamba. Dugo gerzi gi lug la karsna ni sha ji la chu chu ju shi.
So according to Kala Chakra, 1 day means there are 60 hours.
1 day is equal to 60 hours. 1 hour is equal to 60 chusang breath. Chusang. And 1 chusang is equal to 1 uk breath.
So in a day, there are 60 hours. And 1 hour has 60 chusangs. Should we call a minute? 60 minutes. And then 61 chusang or 1 second, 1 minute consists of 6 rounds of breathing. So breathing here is actually counted like 1 round. Exhale, inhale, 1 round complete, then that is counted as 1. So there are 6 of them in 1 minute. So average breathing that occurs in our life in a day is 21,600 breathing rounds of cycle of breathing. So to make it more convenient, based on our hand watch, you could say that in a day there is 24 hours, and in an hour there are 60 minutes, and in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. So the total is like 86,400 seconds.
두고까지 조당 돈에 지원에 니마지기 뒤즈딜라 욱 니디지동 두개 당고래 라베 추즈래야 추스가 임바이나 니마지래야 카차 세겐 레주라 기리도동 시비디르 군니 안기 망뉴 개발이래 이니 지부지냐래.
So the one in the blue letters is actually from the color chakra concept of astrology, and based on this, in a period of 24 hours a day, you tend to breathe in and out around a cycle of breathing that is 21,600 times. And then now if we calculate that or translate that into our clock, handheld clock or like this clock on the wall, you will be eventually in a day's time breathing a cycle of 86,400 breathing will be occurring, seconds. And though you see the difference in numbers, the essence is 21,600 and this 86,400 seconds, they are very similar actually.
다들이 미지기 미지나라. 다 니마지는 풍고 니디지동 두개 단계로. 다 미지기 미지나는 로 야탐발라라고. 다 로 야탐발라 우 가즈 단고래 되게 단고래.
So if you multiply for average human life, then it will be in one entire life. Misichik jadi lo jaredora. So you will be actually how many now? I cannot read that number. It's 7776000 to the power of 5. No.
Yeah.
So these many numbers of breathing is actually we actually breathe in one entire lifetime. If you happen to live only 100 years.
다딘디 단다 간주 딘디 송수도 우까바이나 체림부 용그레스라 시고 윤젠디리.
So there is certain saying, I believe, that if you hold your breath, you will live long, because you're actually not consuming that number of breaths entitled for you to breathe out in and out in your life.
다다나주에 두고 나네 숭이라 님다 로제기 나라 욱디게스 당기로 욱디게스 당디 잠바 안주 욱두스 마땅디 욱이 콜로르다 로아 중니 중숨 가르듯이 야바이네 다간데 욱이 콜로딘데 디게스 당기 잠바 욱숨주 소니 참라 이시롱 레 당고레스 디마이베 디게 차상 가레 레롱.
So according to the color chakra, now we have to really focus on this number. It is, maybe I will tell you, I'm not going to tell that in billion or trillion. So it is 777 to the power of 5 divided by 32. So it says in a one lifetime, it is divided by 32.
32 Mama, Uksumsoni, Samla, Yishilung, Tamagic Tangi.
So this is like this. In like
every 32
breathing, a cycle of breathing you complete, there is one breathing that is related to wisdom breathing. There is, every 32 cycle of breathing, you will be breathing or experiencing the wind of wisdom. The wind of wisdom that is, something related to the Buddhahood. And then rest are all dirty wind.
다 디인디서마다 만지기 로약이 나라 이실롱 가져당고 올라와나 로숨 촉숨 내지로 로숨다 상마십시앙 당고 된다니 촉숨을.
So now, if you calculate this entire cycle of breathing, wisdom breathing you experience in your 100 years of life, and if you multiply and then divide, and the total sum it leads to is you will be actually experiencing this breathing 306 logic.
로숨 촉숨.
So the whole number of this, when you divide this, in your entire life, what we are going to experience in life is you will be experiencing this breathing, wisdom breathing, that would amount to 3 years and 3 fortnights. 3 fortnights is actually, I think, 15 into 3, so 45 days.
인지점 당한주의 로 얘기 나라 단들이 이 마오고 샤바디기들에 로숨 다와 강자직 다와 체가직 상마십시앙도 사dir.
So in our entire life, how we breathe this, the breathing of this wisdom air occurs 3 years, 1 month, and 15 days.
이번에 로숨 촉숨 다 가르치니 로숨 촉숨데 계신 분 당한주의 로숨 촉숨 아무 쉬고라 아니 노아다 제기 룩 도진반은 로숨 촉숨 슈세기 디네도 주와 딘즈마다 로숨 촉숨 내디 이시glung 지구지사 이번나 다 이시glung디 당한주의 뉴버드마스네 슈지 친부 유승고라 단다디 단한주 원이 송주 슈지 단다 내려와 근데 캠부 송조와 기시디 신자담바 미지기 제우주나 뒤지 쇼실 얘기레스 취재지기 제번스 뒤지 뒤지를 차기 쓰는 거라 디네 시행 아주 이실롱디 빼 계속 슈진 버스 디기 뒤지 딜라 아주 검냠네 로지 치바인바나 디기 뉴바도 마스네 슈지 템부 다 딩상기 취재다 마스네 취재 로지 차지와 슈지 뉴바 친구 디버서 로숨다 상마십시앙 슈고에디 김제디레스.
So this is the eventual reason why we need to do the retreat for 3 years, 1 month, and 15 days. And this is the like a time we spend entirely in interaction with the wisdom year. And if you manage to tap the potential of wisdom year, then definitely we will be able to achieve something great. Just like downstairs, the most venerable Khenchen gave an example, like if you cut a tree, 100 trees by one and using an axe by one person, it will take a lot of time. But if you use a power chain, you can fell down the entire trees within no time. So similarly, if you are able to tap this 365, 3 years, 1 month and 15 days of wisdom air, then your experience will be manifold, and that is why it is so crucial, and that's the reason why you even see this being practices being held in Bhutan. Bhutan, our professor considers it's the place of 3-year retreats. So this is something we need to really understand.
tadi tandangzu dire labe chuzu ta zi tone ro tadi zamba dirujina tugo gi chuzure chuzu larwa di labe chuzure chuzu ni zepshi larwa kuni nimaji de angi mangyu kebare de ringdung ji barwa.
So this the column with red stripes and the blue stripes. The right one talks about 24 hours in our clock, and then the left one talks about 60 hours according to the color chakra. So basically the length and the time length, everything is same, just the numbers are different. So on the right, it's actually to depict our calculation based on our handheld clock. Okay, so the outer ring in black color represents the 6th breath. 60 seconds, the blue one. And then the 60 hours.
Yes. 디 라베 주세.
Okay, so this is how you can blend the two clocks together, the color chakra clock and our, let's say, standard clock. Our Professor La was mentioning Lakor. That's why I said handheld watch. So we normally distinguish the clocks by Lakor and then handheld one and then the Dikor watch.
다든다 디 두고다 라베 주스기 개발 디 주스니데 책의 개발. 그냥 디 두스 빼지고요. 디상주의 니 졸러지를 수수 기업이 같은 가져 남상 고도도. 이리 지구지야래. 당한주디 균주 비주 지기 요바인 것은 하고 되로와. 다 두고 지다 라베 주스 지르디 배 개발 수수 로도스 남상 권나디도 개발지에 말해서 졸러지 게다데 지과레스. 페나 졸러기 차츠 바인바이나 단다디 유럽 나라 벨라루스 레스 도와사지. 아리 유럽 아리 고무지라 군주 고무니디 체가레스. 디모정이 빼샤인다. 디디 니데 체가 유럽나 코란자리기 지구지야레스.
So these two clock, color chakra clock and our handheld clock being segmented this way is actually just a way of presenting, but the value and then the essence is actually very much similar. And then our professor is using the analogy of the dollar. For example, US dollar will be like a value somewhere about 2.2 of the money currency in Belarus. But whether you pay 2.2 or then the US dollar, it's just the payment is different, but actually the value is very similar, something of the.
두고 네 까마 두어 줄이라지 더 통해야 되리래. 대디 까마 두어 줄이면 대진이 당고대 뒤뛰어래. 남바서 두진 세워나. 대딜 직치지 가시로 대진이 수디서 뭐 뒤에 말에 델이야 카르마도 대 니마여래. 디 니마다 군이 까마 냠도여래. 델이야 니마다 까마 다른 쉬로래. 디마서 까미 디 두고 가서 두어 줄이면 통고랬어.
So this graphic I cannot really interpret, Professor La. And,
okay. I will try to
read. In the interest of time, we will move to the next slide.
Sorry to interrupt. As Dr. Jampa Chophel has taken us through live, actually it could be very much interested to have a separate live demonstration regarding this. It involves like astronomical conclusions. I think it's quite hard for many of us. It involves astrological interpretations, like. So I would say that anyway, Dr. Jampa, thank you very much for